Okay, so now I've got this all together. Remember, for this next thing I'm going to do, some of the bits, if you get too funky with the overlap, can be a little bit weird when I go over to ZBrush. Maybe that might be weird, but we'll see what happens. Okay, and I'm going to select my pieces. So I'll select this one, got the select tool on, hold down shift, grab this, this, and this. So I got all those pieces. And I'm going to go to File, Export, OBJ selected, and we'll call this Greta shirt. And I'll call it 01. Or how about instead of shirt, actually let's do it like that. I'll call it Greta shirt. Boop. Save. And select all patterns, centimeters, 100% scale, X conversion. Okay, great. Then what I want to do is there should be a little funky button here. This one here, Reset 2D Arrangement. Book. When I do this, it takes all the pieces and puts them to the 2D arrangement. Then I'm going to go to File, and I'm going to hit Export again, Selected, and we did the shirt. How many of these I've done? Okay, shirt, and how would we call it, like 2D? Okay, great. And I'll hit Save-ola. And yeah, okay. And it saves it out. So now I'm going to flip over into ZBrush. Or not ZBrush, into Maya. What have I been smoking? And I'm going to go to File. I'm going to hit Import. And when I import, I'm going to make sure that I'm on OBJ. I look down here, and I check that out. Single object. Third option here. Makes me happy. And it says I'm going to the data folder for whatever reason. Then I'm going to go into scenes. I kept it in scenes. Maybe this is messy, but whatever. That's what I did. Shirt. And I'll hit Importo. There we go. We've got the shirt. Okay. And again, you can kind of see that faceting that I was complaining about earlier because I should have smoothed my mesh. But whatever. That's the way I did it. Then I'm going to go over to File, and I'm going to hit Import. And I'm going to bring in the other piece here, Shirt 2D. When I do that, it comes in like this. Wonderful. We can see there's a lot of faces on this thing, so as I zoom in and out, I've got some camera issues. Don't forget, you can just go over here to your camera, and I'll do Camera Attribute Editor. And it might have something to do with the near and far clipping plane. If I change this to, say, 1, sometimes I notice that'll behave a little bit better. Zoom out, yeah, it behaves better. 1 is in 1 centimeter, so if I get my camera close to a face or something like that, if I hit 1 centimeter, it's going to clip. Okay, that's what's going to happen. That's what happens when you're modeling in real world size. But I kind of like how this looks. Okay, great. And then if I select this piece and I select that, I'm going to go zipping in, and these things have names, whatever, they're not a big deal. Modeling, deform, and I'm going to create a blend shape. Okay, so I've got this blend shape over here. When I select this object, there's a blend shape 1. And now when I go from 0 to 1, it goes and does that. Okay, that's kind of cool. But what I want to do, let's move this over a little bit to the side. That shouldn't affect it. When I move it, as long as I don't do anything like freeze the transformations, everything should be fine. Okay, I can move that back afterwards, I guess. That's easy enough. Now, if I go into, say, my front views, let's do this. And this is going to be freaking tedious. Let's see, because I suspect this is going to take me about 15 minutes to do. But what I want to do is go in and retopologize this piece of geometry. Okay, because right now it's not topologized. And also, too, I can do that in newer versions of Marvelous, but it's still not as good. So, I'm going to try and do this a little bit differently because I've got this new favorite tool of mine. I'm going to go over and I'm going to hit Make Live. And I'm going to zip over into the modeling toolkit, and I'm going to go and hit quad draw. Okay, and with quad draw, I can go and place points where I think they'll be handy. Okay, and kind of zip in, come on, going around the edges, say here. Okay, and I'll place them. I'm just trying to kind of make sure I've got the right spots. We'll see if I did a good job or not shortly. There and there. Okay, and I'm trying to think in quads. So when I think in quads, how about there? Oh, there. There. That's, I don't like that as a quad, so I'm going to go and pop one here. There. And I can take that one and move that. Okay, and bumble, bumble, bumble. And if I hold down shift, boop, 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 boop. And let's try this again. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, you bastard. Okay, hold down shift. You got to get your cursor to the center of the face in order for it to work correctly. Okay, and let's pop one here. I guess I put in too many at once. Okay. Oh, you bastard, I did it again. See, like, if I can hold down shift, you can see that one. This one's... Oh, you bastard. There. Okay, and if I hold down control, I can insert edge loops into these things. Okay, I gotta be careful how many of these I start putting in. And let's go and pop a point right down here in the middle. And how about we place one there? Gotta click it and drag it, and then I get it. Okay, there. And got it. There. Come on. There we go. Got it. Okay, and I'm just going to insert edge loops. Holding down control. Remember, if you get screwed on any of these quad draw tips, you just go down here, and if you need to know any of these shortcuts, they're all right there. So I highlight quad draw, go to keyboard shortcuts, and everything you want to know is right there. Okay, and there we go. That's good. So then I'm going to move on to the next piece over here. And ideally, when you're doing this, you want to think in terms of trying to keep it so they're even, so top and bottom, so they'll kind of match together. Okay, so here, because otherwise this is going to be a real pain in the ass. You'll see. You'll see! Okay, there. Now let's see, I split up the sleeve, I think, in half. And then I added, of course I went and I added another one because I wasn't thinking that far down the pipe, but whatever. Or I should have put like a little kink in here so I could kind of tell what I was looking for. Oh, you bastard! Okay, and half and half. And I can just go and hold down control, pop in a few extra ones here and pull the, oh, you pull the point down. I think I've got, oh, I've got soft selection on. That's why I'm getting weird behavior. Okay, and insert edge loop, pop that one in, insert edge loop. Okay, insert an edge loop, and I think, actually undo, undo. There's just one in there. I'm kind of looking at this side here and there, trying to figure out what's what. And I think there's one extra in there. And as we look down here, we get to the middle, there's going to be 1, 2, 3. So if I pop one in the middle, Another one on this side. And this side, great. Okay. And feel like 1, 2, 3, 4. Actually, there's one more up in here. Okay, and then I get to the sleeve itself, and for the sleeve, try to pop a point here, another point there, here a point, there a point, and okay, and hold down Control. Come on. There. I can do my edge loops. 1, 2, 3, I made 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I have to do more in here to make them attach across. I'm thinking about how these are going to merge with these pieces down in here. So I think there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's going to be 4 on each side, so I have to think about that. Okay, and I'm just pulling points up so they match the edge, and then I come in here and I can hold down Shift, and that'll relax my points out. And if I hold down Shift and I middle click, I can change the size of my relax. Okay. Is it Shift and a middle click? Yeah, you can totally see it there. Or I think you can. What about if I hold down B and I change it? E and middle click? No, it's still acting kind of weird. Okay. And okay, great. That should be good enough. That piece, and then I kind of get lazy right here, and these two pieces should be the same. Actually, no, you know what? I did something really weird, so let's just do it the same. So I'm going to stop this, and then if I go over here and I take these faces, and I go ahead and I hit Edit Mesh, and I hit Duplicate. Okay, I can pull this thing over this way. And then what if I flip it so I'll hold down J when I'm scaling it, and that didn't work at all. Let's go back over here, double click on the face, and then grab the scale tool and hold down J. And because we got Make Live on, of course, Make Live is not happy with me. I'm just going to turn that off for a second. Whoop! And I flipped it inside out. And as I was horsing around over in Marvelous, I changed the shape of this thing quite a bit. Should have kept them both the same, but whatever, that's what I did. And here, let's just get the vertice. Let's undo this vertice here, grab the Move tool, get the soft selection. Okay. Soft selection's too big. Fried shrimp. Okay, and I'm going to call that good enough. Lazy Bob says good enough. Okay, and so there's my pieces, and when I duplicated this thing, it separated, but there they are. I'm just going to go in here and go Mesh, Combine, delete the history. Oh, you fool! Control Z. I somehow have that dense mesh selected as well. There we go, Mesh, Combine, and delete the history. Alt-Shift-D was the hotkey, and there we go. I got these pieces. So if I have these pieces selected, and then what will I do? I know these all match up. The sides of the sleeves here match up there, and up with this, and the bottoms and the top match up. Okay, cool. I'm just going to go and hit smooth on them so I've got more subdivisions to play with, and hopefully this isn't too painful when I do this. I'm actually beginning to question that geometry choice I made right there, but whatever, we'll deal with it just because I don't want to stop the video and redo it. If I go in and I take this piece and then I hold down Shift and I grab the other piece, I'm going to go into Deform and I'm going to create something called a wrap. And it's thinking. Okay, so it did it. And now I'm just going to go over here and grab this piece, and let's do this. I'm going to turn on the blend shape, and I go over here and whoop. So all my pieces just turned into a blend shape. And If. Okay, and they got that general shape in place, and it's been retopologized. So if I take this piece and I delete the history, Alt-Shift-D, boop, there. Actually, I don't want to delete the history just yet because I just realized something. Otherwise, I'm going to have, oh, you bastard. Okay, if I do that, I notice I'm going to have a hard time getting it back to the original position, because the original position is when I take this and zero it out, book, now it's sitting on top. And here, let's go into this, and there, we'll call that one retopo. Okay, and that one's that was the shirt 2D. Let's just rename it so my brain doesn't lose it. Okay, and then that one was the shirt 3D. Not misspelling anything, am I? Okay, good. And so I've got that happening, and I can take this one now, and I can go ahead and delete the history, Alt-Shift-D. And let's just isolate it so we can take a look. Control-1, boop, and I'll just hit if. So there's my shirt with some wrinkles. They're not perfect. And I just noticed something. Did I make that whole thing backwards? Oh, you fool. Okay, so I flipped it around. So here I can grab these faces. This is actually good that I screwed this up, so it's really easy to show you how to fix that, reverse. You can kind of see that some of these things aren't going to match up perfectly, but they're pretty good. Next thing I want to do is try to go in and merge these edges together, so I make this all to kind of like a solid 2D type thing. And that didn't work out really well, but whatever. Okay, so we've got this all as one piece. So what if I went in here and I grabbed, I go in, turn off that freaking soft selection. So I got that edge selected, so that's on this side of it. Okay, cool. Actually, I wonder, could I do a little trick here? If I go into the UV editor? Of course not. Actually, let's try something else. What if I do something really evil and quick? What if I go to UV editor and I hit camera based, and then I take all that and I hit modify and I hit unfold, boop, and then I go ahead and hit modify, layout, and I'm just going to change the layout to legacy. Okay, cool. Put on free. Boop. Okay, so I just laid out their UVs. But when I did that, I was also doing this other evil thing that I was thinking about going. If I went in here and I grabbed this edge, so that's the one on the other side. Not selecting. I don't have anything selecting. Why not? Try it again. This one. Okay, so I got that. Hold down Shift all the way there. Take this one. I double click so I get that whole side. Make that one. Double click. Got those edges selected. Okay, now here's the evil trick. Go to Mesh and I hit Edit Mesh, Bridge. Okay, so we bridged. Bridge left us a little gap here, but what if I take this bridge and I grab this edge right here? So I've got that edge selected. If I hold down Control and I right click, edge ring and collapse. There. Okay, and I'll just cut that later on, and so when I'm doing my UVs, but this trick is working wonderfully right now. Let's grab that again. Oh, someone's cooking dinner. That edge and this one down to here, double click, and I got them. And if I go here to Edit Mesh and I hit Bridge, and that bridge looks really horrible, but if I take this edge and then I go over to this window here, hold down Control, right click, let's try it again, hold down Control, right click, and edge ring and collapse, done it. I'm just going to go back over here and cut my UVs up again. And so if I take those and I cut them, double click, and I unfold them, yay! And then I lay out, there we go again. Okay, so that's done. That's tricky what I just did. And if I go over here and I grab this edge loop and I hold down Shift, oh, and I don't have these ones done. And what did I do up in here? Did I do enough? I don't feel like quite enough. 1, 2. It feels like there's something funky missing here. So, is it this one? It feels like it's part of this one. So I took this edge and I went edge ring and split. There. And maybe this time around, let's do this one a little bit different. Just for the fun of it. Okay. So let's switch tools. I'm going to go over to Mesh Tools. I'm going to use the Target Weld. Being click, drag, click, drag. And I had to do some counting, of course. So remember, I'm guessing where this other one is. Come on, you bastard. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, screw it. Let's just select this one and this one, and I'll do a quick merge to center. Those are done. And I'm just trying to figure out how I feel about this thing. What if I do that? Take those two, and I'm going to hit G. Okay, and I'll just pretend that I'm happy with that. Okay, good enough. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. If I grab this edge and I go edge ring and split, and would I grab this vertex and that one, merge to center. Hopefully I didn't grab anything else accidentally. That looks strange. Oh, I did. Boop. Yeah, always keep an eye on where your move tool is before you do that. Now I can hit G, repeat the last tool command. Grab this one, that one, G. And something like that. And of course, now that one almost seems to work out. Well, whatever. I'll pretend that's what I wanted. And then let's see what happens when I try this again up here. If I grab this edge loop and this one, and I think that's the same amount of edges. If I go in and I hit Edit Mesh Bridge, I don't have the same amount of edge loops. That one's 16, and this one is 52. Oh, that's because I didn't do that thing down here. Okay, so let's try going in and grabbing. If I grab this edge loop, I was looking at that and I was saying there was a high poly count. There's like 68 right there. This one to this one, double click. There we go, got it. And now when I go and I hit it with a bridge, and both sets of edges have to be a closed or open loop. Okay, fine. So I grab this one from here to here. No, try it again. This one down to here. This one over to here. Double click. And we're going to hit those with the bridge. Okay, and then I go in, grab that edge ring and collapse. Then if I grab, say, this thing and this one, they should have the same number, and I can go and hit that with a bridge. And then I stare at it and I find that edge. I do my little control right click, edge ring and bridge. Boop, there, and it's cleaned up. There's like some bit of mess right here, but I'm sorry. I tried. Yeah, we'll put that down in here. Actually, hit Z, undo it, leave it there for now. There. Okay, and then I gotta do the other side. Now this is getting all a little bit foobarred in here. Let's just grab this thing. I'm just gonna move it over here so I can figure this out visually, and then I can just easily cut these up again from here to here, here to here. And I'll do the mesh tool, right at mesh bridge. Grab that edge rings, collapse, double click, bridge, and see, and nothing needs to be offset or anything like that, so I can take that bridge and control right click, edge ring and collapse, got it. And there it is. I made that sealed off piece of geometry. And I just got to recut some things really quick while I'm thinking about it. Do I like this edge loop? Yeah, that one looks kind of screwy, so I'll take that one out. Or is it this one? I don't like how that one's looking, but that seems like a more logical one. Actually, let's just do that one. Okay, and how about this thing? I hit cut, and I'm just looking at this and thinking, my God, that looks like a bit of a mess. And I'll take that one and I'll cut it. I'll take that one and I can cut that. And if I go back here and I grab everything and I hit unfold, layout, done. Okay, so There we go. I figured that would take me about 20 minutes or so. And great. I've retopologized really fast. Okay, I'm going to stop here.